Hey there, Soul Shines. It's Michelle here from So Magical Michele Creates. Almost forgot again. And I know that I have an alarm going off in a couple minutes, and I apologize for that. But through the magic of editing, you'll hardly be disturbed, I hope. So I wanted to tell you, I've missed you. I missed you. So this is a creative expressions video. I will talk about why I've missed you in the life updates portion. I will talk about the magicalMAL and what I'm doing with that. I will talk about books because so many book updates. Some of them I just don't even know how to explain how I feel about them. It's just so amazing. Sorry, I'm really emotional because I got one of the proofs today and I'm just like, wow, it is stunning. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if I can share that one with you. So before we get going any further, remember to hook that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave some yarn in the comments. There will be chapter links below, by the way. You can skip things, go back to things, whatever. And what else? There's going to be pattern links. There's always pattern links for this and Millie, the temperature snake. If there's a pattern, there's a pattern. So I'm going to start with life updates because I have missed you. I feel like I've been gone forever, and I only missed doing a video last week and a live last week. That's it. But it feels like forever. It has been busy. So, many of you know that I have more than one child. Cheyenne comes on the lives with me on Monday. I'm recording this on Monday. So excited to do a live tonight. So excited. But I have another daughter. My other daughter and one of my sons. I have 4 boys. And one of them's married off in Washington State with his littles and stuff. One of those is having a birthday. And I'm like, oh crap, I don't have anything to send up to him. I gotta get on that. I need to write that on my list. Hey, I'm gonna send myself a text real quick. My daughter Amy had her last choir concert. It was also the choir teacher's last concert. Oh, it made me sad. I don't know. I don't think I can post videos from the choir concert because they had to probably have special permission. They did a lot of songs, if not all of the songs, except for one, might have been from the Wicked musical. It was incredible. There are 4 choirs. All 4 choirs sang something to do with fly. It was just a really emotional and beautiful night, and I'm so glad that we chose not to do a live that night and support my daughter instead. It was beautiful. I will put a picture of her in her choir robe. We almost didn't get it, and I'm like, I told my daughter, run after her, go find her. I need a picture of her in a robe, and because it was all this time, she's been wearing that robe for 2 years, and we never did get a picture of her in the robe. So now I have a picture of her in the robe. On Tuesday, I will put a little bit of it. I'm going to put a little clip of her singing. It's a really bad video as far as imagery, but I wanted you guys to hear her. Tuesday night, she did a musical theater thing. So she was in 2 things. One was a trio where there was 2 other girls and they sang Sing for Your Supper. And then the clip I will put in, I cannot remember the name of it right now, but I will put the little clip.
What about eyes, Jamie? What about things that you sort of mentioned? What about you, Jamie? What about you? Jamie is short and wonderful died. Jamie decides it's his right to decide. Jamie's got secrets he doesn't confide. I'm still hurting.
On Sunday, we had what's called seminary graduation in my religion. The high school kids have a class that they can go to. In Utah, they get what's called release time, which means they have a deal with the school where the school allows them to leave campus. The school, like the seminary building, is like next to the school, so they leave campus during that hour and go back. And it's called release time. And other places, and even in Utah, you can do early morning seminary, which happens before school. I did a little bit of early morning seminary when I was in high school because I lived in Arizona and that was the only option. But it's a class, it's like a Sunday school class that they go to throughout the week. And two of my kids graduated from that, and so we had their graduation from that at the church did a special thing for it's a group of congregations that got together to celebrate the graduates. And I think there was like 7 or 8 from my congregation of these seniors graduating. 3 women, young women. I can't believe they're graduating. And 4 or 5 young men. And then different groups one had 2 in it, just depending on who was the seniors at that time. So we had that Sunday, and that was amazing. And then Sunday afterwards, we did a thing. So Cheyenne finished high school 4 years ago in 2021. She mostly did public school, but she didn't graduate with her school because she has dyscalculia and really struggled with math, and so we did math at home. She also got a concussion her junior year, which really affected her ability to do things, and 2020 happened her junior year, so that just threw everything up. My mom also passed away in 2020, and just all of us were not in an emotional state to really celebrate her graduation. But there was something about it this year as we're preparing to acknowledge Kalani's finishing school, because he's doing homeschool graduation, and Amy graduating, that it's like, it is time to make an official certificate and give you an actual graduation celebration. So Sunday we invited her dad and whoever from his family wanted to come over, and we had a little just like, here's your diploma kind of thing. We wanted to do it before the graduation because she deserves it to be separate, and told her that if she wanted to have like a party kind of thing, she could do a party, but she only wanted to celebrate with one person, and he wasn't able to make it to the so we recorded it, which is kind of sad, but we recorded it. She got her diploma. I gave her a tassel. She didn't know about the tassel. She's got a little cute little frog, and she is official now. She has officially graduated. We did post-date it. Is that the right word? I think so. We did it 4 years ago when she would have graduated. If I would have been in an emotional state to do things, I would have made her diploma 4 years ago and she would have received it. So that's things that have happened. Coming up, we have Memorial Day weekend this coming weekend. I will not have the kids. We're going down Thursday. I went either before my son's work or after his work to visit my mom's grave. My sister's down there. There's actually a lot of family down there. We're going to try to go down and a little bit further. It's just like 5-10 minutes further south to my friend's place where we buried our dog, so my son can go visit the dog. And that's hard. She's moving, and this may be our only chance to visit the dog. But it's just hard with, like, yesterday. I woke up with the idea that my mom was alive in the other room, like everything was normal. And then I finished waking up and I was like, oh, yeah, that's not real. I think she wants me to know she's around for all the celebrations. And maybe she's telling me she's proud of me. I hope so. Not that I live my life to please her, because I've moved away from that mentality and I'm working very hard. Even today, that's what my alarm was. Is to just remind me to check in and be like, okay, who am I trying to please right now? Am I trying to please God? Or am I trying to please a man? Do I care what other people think today? And who am I caring about? And so it's like, my alarm is, whose opinion are you seeking right now? But I do hope that she's proud, even though I'm not trying to do anything with the intent to please her. My daughter's not doing the walking with the kids down here because she graduated at a different school. She only went to part of the school here, and we couldn't go down to that graduation because it's like 4 hours south of us, and it just didn't work in the cards right now. Plus, she was finishing school up here. But they are setting her diploma up, and in a couple weeks, we are doing an open house at our house for to invite people to come celebrate them. And we'll give my son his diploma, and we'll give Amy her diploma. And I got her a tassel, and him a tassel, and little gifts to celebrate them and their achievements. So that's happening in a couple weeks, and in that time we have to keep the house clean. We scrambled to get it presentable for company, and now we have to continue to keep it clean. And then we have another family thing a week after that we have to try to keep everything clean for. So things are kind of busy and crazy and wonderful and sad in a way too. There's a lot of grief, a lot of like exciting to be done with certain things, but Amy's probably not going to talk to her friends very much because she won't see them all the time. Kalani will miss his seminary class. It's transition can be really hard for everybody, right? So, yep, we're doing that. Okay. I don't know if there's any, I can't tell you, I got my nails done. It wasn't exactly the color I wanted, and you can't tell. It's got like the pink, blue, purple thing, but it does not show up on camera. But it's got that iridescent pink and blue thing that happens. And it's kind of fun because it looks like water. So, MerMay. Let's move into MerMay, guys. First of all, okay, so if you don't know, MerMay is, it's the magical make-along. Hashtag magicalMAL. MAL stands for make-along. And it is the make-along that I host every month. This is my third one. I'm so excited. I have been getting pictures already of what people have been making. It is so fun. People have been doing amazing things. The theme is MerMay. So anything mermaid and ocean related. It can be colors, it can be mermaids, it can be oceany themed. Please, if you do send me a pitch, send me something, try to remember to send me a pattern, so that when I do my slideshow, I can link it. If you want to go, I'll put it up here and down below, the link to the announcement video. I do not have a collaborator this month, but I do have one for next month. Yay! I'm so excited about it. It's going to be fun. It's also going to be cute. So for me, I thought I wanted to pull out and just like make something mermaid, but I've been so busy with other stuff that I haven't. But I have this sweater that I was working on that is mermaid colors. Let me just tell you how frustrated I was though, because I could have had it done. I had done a seed stitch on the ends and a seed stitch along the bottom, and then I did a seed stitch up for this. And this, in a seed stitch, it was all wavy and stuff, and it did not work. It might be that I needed to take less things, but I just wasn't loving the seed stitch anyway. So I undid the arms, and I did a 1x1 ribbing at the end. I'm not a huge fan of the way that the edging looks, but it's fine. And I undid all of the edgings. I did the other sleeve. Also though, I did, when I finished this, I wove in the end of both sleeves and the ends for this part. So that's woven in. Is that correct? I don't know. I wove it in. So I am back to working across here, doing a 1x1 ribbing across the bottom here. When I get done with that, I will weave in any ends for that part, but I don't think I have any. Oh, nope, I do. I have an end here where I ran out of yarn. I have an end where I ended the blue, and I should have an end somewhere where I started the blue. Must be this side. Yeah. So I will sew those ends in when I get done going across the bottom. And then that will leave the very beginning end that I will weave in when I'm done. So I'm just gonna go through and do a 1x1 ribbing across this. I'm feeling much more motivated to work on it now. I don't know, there was something about the seed stitch. Sometimes you do something and you don't even realize that's the reason why. There's like this little niggling, like, I don't actually like that. And then you undo it and redo it, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, hey, actually, now I can work on that and finish that. So that's what I'm feeling here. So I've got 2 rows across, and I had to undo the whole thing, and it was hard because I did a sewn bind off, so I had to like undo the whole sewn bind off and then unravel, and I had to do that on all the places that it was, and I did have this whole edge done, and I hated it, so I undid it. But this time I've done, even though I don't plan on undoing it, I did a non-sewn one. I did Jenny's stretchy bind off. Basically, you just put a yarn over between each stitch. So I did that, undid all of it, and now I'm working back through, and I'm loving it, and it's working out great. And to remind you, this is the pattern that I have on it. This will be linked below. The pattern came from a hat. The cardigan is they're both free patterns. Loving it. So, got that. And that is my entry for MerMay. Let me show you. This is Cheyenne's entry for MerMay. We have the proof coming maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. I'm not sure exactly when the proof is going to get here. I'm not sure. I don't know if I can look that up. Where's my phone? I am very excited. I just submitted things for something, and I will talk about that in a minute, but I have been doing so much on Amazon, just books, arriving Wednesday. That's so exciting. It's gonna be really pretty, and if we like the proof, then we will sell it, like put it in. We know that the hardbound will be just as good. I didn't order a hardbound proof, so we will have a hardbound and a softbound version of the mermaid book, and she has 2 more mermaid drawings. Let me put those up here, that we're also going to make books for. I think that this is it. We'll see. We do have, so the proof that's coming is a lined one. We also will be doing a blank paged one where it's just like the little, I have these little shell things in the corner that Cheyenne did, and there's just those in the corners on the pages, so it's a blank page journal. If we know Wednesday that the proof for that works, then we are just submitting all 4, like submitting the softbound and hardbound line journal and submitting the softbound and hardbound hard journal. If we like that the way the mermaid book comes, we probably don't even need to order proofs for the other 2 mermaid books, because of the reasons why we need to. We're only changing the inside in one place for both books, so I think we might do something else. I don't know. So that's exciting, right? Yeah. Okay. If you haven't turned in your stuff for MerMay, you have until the 31st. Be sure to get your mermaid stuff in. I am so excited, and be sure to check out the video that I had linked earlier or down below to get the information so that you can do that. I'm loving it. I'm so excited about it. Okay, now let's talk books. These ones, these are not the books I wanted to talk about right now. All right, let me talk first about the crochet books. Okay, this is what the first one came like, and we didn't like it. So we ordered another one, and we like the pig one. So the pig one actually is what is going to be official. One day we might get a cow version. I'm not sure. So this is available. I just submitted this because the proof came yesterday. I just submitted to Amazon. It takes them 3 days, but you can order it now off of my website, and as soon as it comes in, I will send it to you. So I'm really excited about it. It's super cute. And then this also means that the people who won this will get theirs soon as well. I will let them know when it's sent. So, isn't this so much better than this? Like, the pig's cute, and maybe with a different background this would have been fine, but I wanted to keep it this, it's a light green color, because here's the cow one. I wanted them to be similar in, they're not the same color, but they're similar in value. That's what I wanted. So got the knitting journal and the crochet journal, both of which can be purchased on the website, which the website is linked below. Or you can purchase them from Amazon. It doesn't matter either way. Oh, here's a frustrating update. Let me tell you about. I will show you. Okay. I purchased books to keep in here because I keep talking about them on all live. I purchased our display copies. So we have the display copies of these books. This is a lined version, and it's got the cute little guys down at the bottom. This is a blank paged version with the cute little guys at the bottom, and one's like twice as fat. This is 140 writing pages, and this is 280 writing pages. Then there's like some intro pages. So you got these, and I got a message saying that Amazon is raising their prices or it's not that they're raising their prices, they're changing how they're doing the commission. And because of that, this one here, I was going to start making 9 cents commission off of it. And I was like, seriously? So I had to raise the price of it. I'm frustrated because the price raise actually, I still don't get as much, but I really didn't want to go any higher. So I did have to raise the price. But they're both for sale on my website. I think this one's $6.99 and this one's $9.99. And then these ones, because they're taller, then these ones are bigger size wise. These ones are $7.99. Yeah. Anyway, so that's my little frustration about those books, but very cool anyway. Something I did want to say, Amazon, if you're listening, fix your printers. It's really annoying. So I ordered 3 books. They are all the same book. Okay, there are all these knitting journals. One is my personal journal that I will start using. One is going to be our display copy, maybe. I might just use the proof as a display copy. And then one is I'm sending to my son. Okay, so the reason why I am talking about them is I don't know if you can tell from here, but you see how the middle one is a slightly different color? I'm a little frustrated. It's got this like grayness to it. I need to go this way. I guess gray greenness to it. It's kind of weird. And there's not really much I can do about that. That's like an Amazon thing. So it's still nice. And if you got that and you didn't know better, you wouldn't think anything. But I definitely prefer the color. This color. It's more true to what I wanted. So there's that. And with that, that takes me into my next journal. I've talked about this one. I am so happy about this one. I don't even know how to explain how happy I am. So this, my appointment with God, as you can tell, it's a proof. It's got the thing here. My appointment with God. It's hardbound. You have this beautiful page where you can see Cheyenne's art very well. I have a letter in the inside explaining how to use the journal. And then there's line pages that have, it has a date, place. It says pray, acknowledge. That's where you acknowledge God's hand in your life. Read, message. This is where you pause and listen to a message from God. And then there's a third page for, and then on this page, is, hold on, I must have skipped a page. Yeah. Okay. Then you have application by eyes. Application, gratitude, and exclamation and song. So an exclamation is like a phrase that reminds you. And then it repeats, and there are 92 days worth of those 3-page things because I wanted it to be such that you literally could start at the beginning of any month and have 3 months worth. So in order to do that, we needed to account for 2 31 days next to each other. So there's 92 pages or 92 sets. There's each one's 3 pages. So hardbound, it's beautiful. I am so excited. They just approved the hardbound one of this. I also have it in softbound. And this is another one of those things. The printing color. If you order it, it may come blue and it may come gray. Cheyenne really likes the color of this one, which is fine. But it's literally the same thing. Just one is hardbound and one is softbound, and love it. So this one here is this one here is $11.11. This one is $18.99 because it's hardbound. It costs a little bit more, but oh, it's worth it. It's so pretty, and I love this method that I was given. What else about this? The profits. Whether you buy it on Amazon or you buy it off my website, the profits we will donate, because these are kind of my tithing project books. Okay. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited we have other plans for other ones. We have another one. This is the proof. My appointment with God. Inside has a beautiful thing. The difference is, besides the cover, is that I have different font for the words. But otherwise it's the same thing. It's got the same letter in the front, and it's just got this beautiful, it's green with this gorgeous key that Cheyenne drew with this, and you can see the gorgeous key in here. So pretty. This one here, there's also going to be a hardbound. I believe it's supposed to also come glossy. Like this one here is matte. And I just love that I found a kind of a grayish colored font or color, and it goes well with the key, and it just looks so pretty. It looks silver, and it's just so pretty. So we're excited about that. Cheyenne has not seen this yet, which is why I also don't know if I'm allowed to share. So yeah, then we have the mermaid books that are coming out. So we should have 3 of those up before the end of the month. Congratulations, MerMay. What a fun little thing that came, like, result of this is these beautiful mermaid books that Cheyenne has done. It's just so beautiful and exciting. We're still working on a couple of things. We have so many ideas, and she's still working on adult coloring pages, and I'm still working on animals. We're more than halfway. We found out we have 18 animals, and I'm at least done with 9. I may have gone further. I don't know. It's been busy. So eventually we'll have the animal one up too. So that's it for books for now. It's exciting and all that. So let's talk about Old English. I have this. It's called Oswald the Beta. It is an introduction to Old English. It's by a guy named Colin Gorey. And it's great. Whole bunch of intro stuff. Some of it's to help you learn how to learn the language. But you always get this cute little picture. This is on holte. This is a holte. A holte is like a little forest or grove of trees. On means in, on holte. And it's about Oswald Bata on holte and how he wants to Yawitten on Middenyard fourth Middenyard Yeseon. He wants to go and travel the world so he can see the world. Partly because his hut is Lutul. So Lutul hut, and the Middenyard is the big world. Middenyard, if you're hearing it, you might recognize. It sounds like Middle Earth. I finally understand that, and also that Tolkien took a lot of his stuff from Old English. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, you've got a book, and at the end of each chapter, he's got a word hoard that teaches you the new words. We take days to go through this. The first day, Cheyenne usually tries to read all the words, and then we guess at what it means, and then we look it up to make sure we were right. Or if we're like, I have no clue what that word is, we go look it up. One of my favorite words is witodliche, which is certainly. or indeed. Sothliche is like truly or indeed. I think sothliche kind of also became so. And Wintonchester, that's fun to say. And Horthanthe is basically become, because. So it's just a lot of fun, and this was an expensive book, but I think very worth it. She reads it the first day, I read it the second day to see, and we see what we can remember. The third day, do we read it again? I don't remember, but we go through it. It takes 4 or 5 days to go through a chapter. On the last day, she reads the story, and I basically write it, all the words, like the new words, so that that helps me. It helps me to see if I'm hearing her pronounce them. Helps her to know how to pronounce things, because I'm like, is that an ash or an A? And then she's like, oh, I pronounced it wrong, and she changes her pronunciation. So it helps her, it helps me, and it's a lot of fun. So that's one of the things we're doing. And it's so fun. I love it. I'm loving it. And then I have this. The Anglo-Saxon Gospels. Gospels. And I'm not going to use that one because I've got bookmarks that I don't want to lose. But there's 3 columns on each. This column here is the Matthew Bible from 1549. This is the center one, is the Anglo-Saxon circa 10,000, like year 1000. That is what I'm reading, because that is Old English. It's towards the end of Old English, kind of. The Old English Anglo-Saxon period ended around 11,000. I think, was it just before, just after, when William the Conqueror invaded and brought in the Normans and kicked out the Anglo-Saxon kings. And then over here it says Anglo-Saxon circa 1200. So this one in the middle is Old English. To the right is Middle English, and then the Matthew 1549, that's considered early modern English. And let me just read to you from early modern English as best as I can. I haven't actually learned how to pronounce it. This is the book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son also of Abraham. So it's similar. In Old English it says, här is on kenyoriste bok Helandes Christes Daudes Suna Abrahanas Suma. And I know I said things right. Oh, and in the Anglo-Saxon Sothliche, well, is to understanden that after Matthias je recognize here is on Canarios Nisse bok Helandes Christes Davidas Sona Abrahamas Suna. So it's quite the journey. Cheyenne, we have 2 bookmarks here, because this one here is my study. Cheyenne and I will read together, and she started in Luke because she didn't want to do all the begats from Matthew. And she'll read the verse in Old English, and then she uses the early modern English to see if she can figure out what it's saying. I, on the other hand, I go through a process. I write out the verse. I write it out. I do my guess as what it means. And I write that down. And then I talk to ChatGPT and I say, ChatGPT, give me a literal word by word. I don't want like you to rearrange things. I want the word. What does this word mean? What does this word mean? What does this word mean? And so he'll do that. I ask questions when I'm not understand things. Learned a lot about the different genealogies And then I also write the King James Version of the verse. So it's been fascinating. I usually do 2 or 3 verses a day. I started earlier this week, 4 or 5 days ago. I'm on Matthew, I think it's, did I do 17, 18? Today I did, yeah. Today I did finish with verse 18, which says, Solitre thus was Christe canoris. Sorry. Thas Halandes moder Maria was Josepa. What is that sound? Josepa bewedod archi tosomne bekomun heo was yamet an inode habende of thom halanga gaste. And that's basically, truly this was Christ's genealogy, and that his Hallandas. Oh, the Savior's mother Mary was Joseph's betrothed, and then there's before they came together, she was with, or she before they came together, she was with child of the Holy Ghost. It's kind of what it says. Very fascinating. It's very fascinating to me that, like, I read that out loud and I'm like, you guys are going to think that I'm totally speaking another language, and in a way I am, but like there are also words like for and fat, and there's just words that are similar. What is W? Well, actually they would have done what. HW-T, what. We used to have the H in front of the W until the printing press. Anyway, so that's fun, and I've been learning, and now I'm getting to the point where I'm learning a lot. The word for begat is yestrunde, and it could also mean sired, and I've been having a lot of fun reading it that way. So Abraham sired Jacob, and Jacob sired Joseph. Did I miss somebody? I don't know. Joseph sired Judah, and etc. It's been fun. I don't know. I've become kind of obsessed with it. I knew that I had, like, one of my core values and one of my ways of having fun in life was learning. I think that's why I just went so crazy with knitting, is because it was learning. It was learning how to do a new thing. I still love knitting, and I still love that there's so much to learn. And I still learn crochet things, even though I've been crocheting for 45 years. I love it. It's great. I love learning. All right. Well, that is everything. I hope to actually take time to do more knitting and crocheting this week. I still have a frog that only has arms and eyes. Like, I haven't finished him. For Cheyenne, that frustrates me. I've hardly worked on my overlay blanket, the overlay crochet, and that just overlay mosaic. I was like, there's a missing word. What am I missing? Overlay mosaic crochet. I'm frustrated that I'm not getting there, and I really need to, because I really need to give it to her this, like, next month. I wish I could. I don't think I can get it done before my next nail appointment. I don't think I have a next nail appointment. We didn't schedule that. Anyway, I really do. I'm really trying to get stuff. I look over there at that yarn and I'm like, I want to start my next project. But I also know if I start my next project, I won't work on the projects I've got. I haven't even worked on my socks. You know, it's okay, right? We go through phases. We've been I'm learning to balance the book thing. I know that I get a little obsessive about it and I'm like, ooh, edit. I want to edit pictures. I don't want to crochet or knit. I want to edit pictures. And that's kind of the phase I'm at, and it's okay. I'm still expressing creativity, and Cheyenne's expressing creativity, and so that's really fun. I don't remember how to say it in Old English. To let your light shine through your creations. I do know it's let your Leoma. I think it's Sheena, something. Yeshavton is what I'm saying, but that's kind of more of like God's creations and people, like creatures. One of the things we learned is that Baon is Luto Yeshaften, little creatures, that worketh honey. They make honey. So little Baon, Luto Yeshaften, and Bera is Michele Yeshaften. Yeshavten. I gotta remember the F says a V sound when it's in the middle of a word. Yeshavten. So I say, let your light shine through your creations, and I guess it's not wrong to say Yeshavten, but I probably should be saying craftas or craftas. It might have an ash. If it's an ash, then it says craftas, which is fine, except for that's not everything that I mean. It should probably be Yeshavten's, your craftas anshavten and Yeshavten or something like that, because it's both, like the things that you make, but also the things that you make. Like, you create your life, you create all these things. So anyway, I don't remember all the words yet. I'm still learning, and I didn't pull up the words. I sat down and I was like, oh, I don't remember that. Oh well. So anyway, remember to let your light shine through your creations, whatever they be, and we'll see you next time. Farewell.